In the annals of maritime history, few people are as mysterious and beloved as Captain Edward Smith, the captain of the tragic RMS Titanic. While the legacy of Captain Edward Smith is mostly associated with the tragic sinking of the Titanic, there is a lot that not many people know about Captain Edward Smith. Aside from the tragic drowning that etched his name into the annals of the disaster, there are other stories that reveal a multifaceted man whose legacy transcends the bounds of tragedy. Join us as we explore the 7 untold stories of Captain Edward Smith. Number 1. Retirement plans. Prior to the Titanic voyage, Captain Smith had announced his intention to retire after the ship's return trip to England. The Titanic's voyage was meant to be his final voyage before stepping away from his role as a ship commander and enjoying his retirement. However, tragically, fate had other plans. The Titanic's collision with an iceberg and subsequent sinking on April 15, 1912, resulted in the loss of Captain Smith's life, along with the lives of over 1,500 passengers and crew members. His intended retirement was never realized, and the Titanic's disaster overshadowed his plans, turning his final voyage into a poignant and tragic event in maritime history. The concept of Captain Smith's retirement plans adds a layer of personal insight to his role as the Titanic's captain. It reminds us that he was not just a historical figure, but a person with his own aspirations and hopes for the future, which were abruptly cut short by the events of that fateful night. Number 2. Other disasters. While Captain Smith is most famously associated with the Titanic's tragic sinking, there were 2 previous incidents involving ships he commanded that are worth noting. RMS Republic collision. In January 1909, Captain Smith was in command of the RMS Republic, another ship owned by the White Star Line. The Republic collided with the SS Florida off the coast of Nantucket, Massachusetts. While the Republic sustained serious damage, it didn't sink thanks to its advanced watertight compartments. Captain Smith's actions during this incident were praised for ensuring the safety of passengers and crew. The next one is RMS Adriatic collision. In September 1907, Captain Smith was in command of the RMS Adriatic, another White Star Line ship. The Adriatic was involved in a minor collision with the SS Florida, not to be confused with the ship involved in the RMS Republic collision. The incident occurred near the harbor entrance in New York City. While there was minimal damage, it's a reminder that even experienced captains like Smith could encounter navigational challenges. Number 3. Speed pressure. There have been suggestions that Captain Smith might have felt pressure to maintain a fast speed on the Titanic's maiden voyage in order to create a buzz and capture headlines. However, there is limited concrete evidence to support it. This pressure could have arisen from several factors, including the desire to attract attention, promote the ship's reputation, and make headlines due to its status as the largest and most luxurious ocean liner of its time. The Titanic was marketed as a pinnacle of luxury and innovation, and its owners, the White Star Line, aimed to create a sense of exclusivity and opulence for its passengers. Part of this marketing strategy involved highlighting the ship's speed and advanced engineering, which were intended to make the voyage faster and more comfortable than those of competing ships. However, this potential speed pressure has also been cited as a contributing factor to the Titanic's collision with the iceberg. Some experts argue that Captain Smith's decision to maintain high speed despite the known presence of icebergs in the area may have played a role in the disaster. The ship's speed could have made it difficult to navigate and react to obstacles, leading to the collision that ultimately led to the Titanic's sinking. Number 4. Selfless act. During the evacuation, as lifeboats were lowered, Captain Smith reportedly encouraged a group of musicians to keep playing, providing a sense of normalcy and hope during the crisis. The Titanic had a talented group of musicians who were hired to provide entertainment for the passengers. Even as the ship was sinking and chaos ensued, these musicians continued to play music in an effort to maintain a sense of calm and order among the passengers during the evacuation. According to survivor accounts, there is a story that Captain Smith encountered the musicians and urged them to continue playing as the lifeboats were being loaded. This act of encouragement is seen as a selfless effort on Captain Smith's part to provide comfort and normalcy to both the passengers and the musicians in the midst of the crisis. It's a small but touching detail that showcases his dedication to ensuring that people had some semblance of peace during the chaotic evacuation. Captain Smith's reported gesture toward the musicians exemplifies his efforts to maintain a sense of order, compassion, and humanity amidst the unfolding tragedy. Number 5. Engagement Blessing. It's said that Captain Smith was known to provide blessings and good wishes to couples who were engaged or newly married aboard his ships. His genuine interest in the passengers' happiness extended beyond his professional duties. This tradition showcased Captain Smith's personal and compassionate side. It demonstrated his interest in the happiness and well-being of the passengers beyond his role as a ship's captain. By taking the time to personally acknowledge and offer his blessings to couples embarking on new chapters of their lives, he added a special touch to their journey and created meaningful memories for them. This act of offering blessings to engaged or newly married couples also reflected the social atmosphere of luxury liners like the Titanic. These ships were not just means of transportation but also settings for social interaction and leisure. Captain Smith's involvement in these moments highlights his understanding of the importance of creating a positive and memorable experience for his passengers. The idea of Captain Smith providing engagement blessings adds a layer of warmth and humanity to his character, showcasing his willingness to go beyond his professional responsibilities to connect with and create meaningful moments for the passengers under his care. Number 6. Calm demeanor. Even as the Titanic faced its demise, Captain Smith maintained his composure. One crew member recalled how, despite the urgency and danger, Captain Smith's voice remained remarkably steady. "It's going to be all right. We'll get you to safety," he heard the captain say to a frightened child. This simple act of kindness amid the chaos touched the crew member deeply. In the end, Captain Smith's calm demeanor and leadership ensured that the evacuation proceeded with some semblance of order. As the lifeboats were launched into the frigid waters, he remained on the bridge, fully aware of the fate that awaited him. His final moments were a testament to his dedication to his responsibilities and his commitment to the safety of others. Captain Edward Smith's legacy lives on not just through the tragedy of the Titanic's sinking, but also through the stories of his calm and resolute leadership in the face of unimaginable adversity. His example reminds us of the importance of composure and compassion in times of crisis, a lesson learned from a captain who remains steadfast in the midst of chaos. Number 7. Last message. Captain Smith's final wireless message was sent to another ship, the RMS Carpathia, requesting assistance. As the Titanic's situation became dire after colliding with an iceberg on the night of April 14, 1912, Captain Smith communicated with other ships in the vicinity to request assistance for the passengers and crew in danger. The last wireless message sent by Captain Smith was a distress call that said, "Come as quickly as possible. Engine room nearly full." This message was sent to the nearby ship RMS Carpathia, which was the first ship to arrive at the scene and rescue survivors from lifeboats in the early hours of April 15. The urgency and succinctness of Captain Smith's final message underscored the severity of the Titanic's situation. It conveyed the dire circumstances and the immediate need for help to prevent further loss of life. Captain Smith's last message serves as a poignant reminder of the crucial role that effective communication played during emergencies at sea and the efforts made by maritime professionals to ensure the safety of those on board their vessels, even in the face of overwhelming challenges.